Back here in the city, Governor Hochul says her office is monitoring any potential threats and working with Mayor Adams and the NYPD on increased security measures.
The New York State Intelligence Center is monitoring social media and other communication channels for threats of violence or retaliation. We're also monitoring high-profile locations such as government buildings that could be potential targets and are increasing patrols in those areas.
The governor is also urging people to come together as Americans, regardless of political party. CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer here now with how this is changing the messaging, the words coming out of the Republican National Convention. Marcia?
Well, before the events in Pennsylvania, Donald Trump was reportedly planning to use one of his trademark tirades against the Democrats, but apparently not anymore. Republicans say they expect a change in strategy, a call for unity in the face of his near-death experience.
I think that we'll hear from President Trump a message that is more unifying and speaks to really the resilience of America and the American people.
Americans could very well see a different Donald Trump this week as campaign strategists seek to turn the attack on the former president into a political advantage.
President Trump, I'm sure, has taken a moment of introspection and thought, as he takes the stage this week, what is the important message to send to America and Americans? And I think he will remind us that violence is never acceptable, that we ought to be looking for ways to unite behind a mission of preserving this democracy of ours.
Political strategists say that a change from the pugnacious Trump his diehard supporters love, the man who punched his fist in the air and said he would fight in the seconds after the bullets flew, could help him win support from independents and suburban women.
When you have moments like an assassination attempt, they really are crystallizing, and they really show that there's a moment where politics can stop at the water's edge. There are a lot of voters who have been historically turned off by him that might give him a second look if he can have that rhetorical shift.
Now, the president is also expected to talk about pocketbook issues like inflation and safety insecurity, including closing the border. Maurice.
So much talk, Marcia, about will he change the aggressive tone of the rhetoric? Do you have any expectation that this will stop? I mean, there have been many events in his life, nothing like this, that could precipitate a change.
Well, you know, only time will tell. You know, if he sees that it's going to get him votes, he may stick to it for a little bit. But you also have to ask yourself this: is he going to change his campaign style? And if he does, and he has more security, maybe. But let's face it, he's a guy that feeds on the crowds, and his crowds depend on fire and brimstone. They're going to want that from him. He's going to want to provide it.
Yeah, that's what it's been so far. And now his pick of Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. What do you make of that?
Well, I think it gives him a lot of things. It gives him youth versus age, and it also is a big comparison with the Democratic ticket. But also, Vance is from Ohio. He brings Midwestern votes and things like Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, and Western Pennsylvania. But there's another thing. He has a reputation of being a really nice guy. And as we know that, you know, Mr. Trump can some be bombastic.
But he was anti-Trump, never Trump, just several years ago at the beginning.
Yeah, but he's changed his tune because now he's the #2 person and looks like he could be the heir apparent to run again in 4 years.
All right, he has changed his tune. That much is true. Marcia, thank you.